best games that you will ever encounter. That's right. Why not? Why not? Why not? So this little orange dude that they're farming here, this is just a real good farming spot because they can just go in and out. Each of the segments of that monster can drop a money letter, I think it's called in the game. So it's the quickest way to farm. And we see Dragondarch is making his way to the next. Oh no! Sorry, I got lost for a second. He's still farming, still chopping. As far as standings, right now, there are three players in this tournament. There's Dragondarch, ironrusty, and me. Rusty and I have had our matches. Dragondarch and I have had our matches. So now Dragondarch and Rusty are doing their matches. We each play 2 games. I went 2-0 against Rusty. Dragondarch went 2-0 against me. So there's a lot riding on this on these games here. If Rusty wins both of these games, we will all be 2-2, and we'll have to go to a tiebreaker, and that would be very exciting. Because boy, oh boy, I can't wait to play this game again. Okay, now Dragondarch is making his way to the next segment of the game. So, so Dragondarch he's going to pick up some red potions, or red drinks, in a minute. And those are just safeties. When Prince Meyer is early in the game, he has virtually no defense whatsoever. He is just... He'll die in a couple hits, and the way that this game works, there's kind of iframes, but if you get trapped in a corner, you're going to get hit over and over and over again, and it doesn't matter how much health you have, you will die. That's right. And Dragondarch is taking... This is a different path than Rusty's going to take. Dragondarch, instead of using a scroll to get to the back, he's actually going to take the walk, which is sort of treacherous. You'll see any of these places in the ground. If you look in the front, it looks kind of squiggly. There weren't any in this last room, but give it a second here. This right here, so you can see it's kind of like pattered. If you fall down or walk to the bottom of the room at any of those places, you will fall off and die and start at the beginning of the game again. You lose all your scrolls, all your red drinks. Actually, he did buy some red drinks. Okay. And so essentially, you would have to go back and do all that farming again, because it is faster to farm for scrolls than it is to walk up and down each tower. All right, so Dragondarch making his way to the Great Wing. The idea of the routing... Hello, Lomian. That's right. That's right. The idea of the routing here is they want to try to get all of their defensive items as quickly as possible so that they don't die in 3 hits anymore. So Great Wing, I forget which one. I think this has the helmet. And so what you're going to see him do, he's going to climb to the very top of the tower and kill the boss, but then he's going to come out. He's not going to leave the tower right away because there's a helmet he needs to pick up. And so he'll do that first before going on to the next tower. You also see Dragondarch taking advantage of a glitch in the game where he can step straight onto the ladders. I don't know exactly how that works, but Sometimes it works for me and sometimes it doesn't. But basically, if you go to the middle part of the ladder, you can just climb up. You'll see this strategy used in pretty much all the bosses. There are a few exceptions, but if you stand in the corner and just shoot your sword diagonally, you take care of the boss safely and effectively. Also, one thing to point out, the way that these swords work, a very good fight in Dragondarch. The way that the swords work, there can only be one on the screen at a time. So if you can get close to the enemy, you can fire those swords rapidly, one after the other. But if you're far away, you have to wait for the sword that you've shot to either leave the screen or hit an enemy before you can shoot another one. So you'll see Dragondarch here is when the enemies are farther away, the sword is going slower. He's not getting as many shots in. When he's close, then it's pretty quick. And Rusty also making his way up. Making his way up the same tower that Dragondarch is working his way through right now. Oh, it's not the helmet. This is the armor. I forget what its name is. Also, hello Lomi and Jones, hello Booze Wizard Boy, hello Lavos, and hello SNK Hero. Welcome all. So Dragondarch just burned his first bell. When you defeat a tower and get the bell, you have to go to the flame and burn it. When you do that, you no longer have access into the tower where you got the bell. So you'll see as they're going through from dungeon to dungeon, these entrances will be disappearing. By the time they get to the end, there will only be one available. And let's see, Dragondarch now. Is this Centipede? I think this is Centipede's tower. I wasn't paying attention, but this actually, no, I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see who the boss is. I think this might be I forget his name. Now Rusty fighting the Great Wing, using that same strategy, making it a little bit safer. If you notice, Dragondarch was pretty aggressive in his fight compared to how Rusty is doing it, kind of stepping in closer, and also a good fight from Rusty, though. By the way, Dragondarch is the world record holder of this game, this category. Wow. Nice fight from Dragondarch. That stepping up onto the ladder like that seems risky to me, but he knows what he's doing. A professional. Don't try this at home. Okay. Dragondarch is now going for what we call the lottery. He's safe against these enemies as long as they don't go through his shield and hit him. Okay, he made it. That is a point where many deaths can happen, have happened, and will happen in the future. Now Rusty picking up his armor. And going to burn his first bell. He's back. Okay, this now is this is Centipede's tower that Dragondarch is in now. The bats in these towers are brutal. I know for me personally, those are the biggest cause of death in this game for me. Because if they get out of hand, like any enemy, they can hit you over and over and over again and just give you a real bad time until you die. Oh, I didn't see what happened to Rusty. Did Rusty die? I see Rusty going back in for more red drink. I'm not sure what happened over there. Alright, Rusty now going... I forgot the name of the boss. And I didn't notice it when Dragondarch walked in, so... looks like Rusty following a similar route to Dragondarch, though. Right, excellent centipede fight from Dragondarch. Alright, working on to the next tower. So, you'll notice Dragondarch knew exactly where that bat was when he stepped into this tower. The bats live in RNG land, but when you first enter a couple of towers, you can know where they're going to be and take care of that first bat. After that first one, it's a little bit shaky. But... Okay, Dragondarch now is going to be picking up the I don't know what they're actually called. I just call them the booties. But they will allow him to walk faster when walking diagonally. It doesn't change his speed walking left and right or up and down, but walking diagonally and walking upstairs, he now has tremendous speed. Wheeler, that's his name. Wheeler. So Rusty taking a right-hand approach on Wheeler. I know he does that for a couple of the bosses. He has a reason that he does it. I'm not sure what that reason is. Maybe he just feels like Wheeler goes to the left more, and maybe he does. I don't know. I've wondered that about Rusty's play. Meanwhile, Dragondarch now has, I think he has all 3 armor items now. So he doesn't have to be as afraid of getting hit. Now Rusty going for his lottery. Let's see how he fares. Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh, that's tragic. He did not fare well. He was I didn't notice if he used his last red drink or if he just had one left, but yeah, he didn't have much safety there, if any at all. Now Rusty will have to walk through. Let's see. He has, how many bells does he have? I think he has 3 bells. He has 3 bells. So the way that the shops work and the way that the dungeons work in this game, they change depending on how many bells have been burned. So between 0 and 2 bells, everything is the same. But then once you burn the 3rd bell, if that's the case, Rusty doesn't have access to orange scrolls in the front of the dungeon or in the front of the game. So if he wants to get to the back, he needs to take that walk through the tower, the one that Dragondarch did earlier. But another thing is, the more bells that you burn, the more enemies there will be throughout the game. So so his walk will be more treacherous than Dragondarch's was when he took the walk to the back. Where are these bats? Trolling Dragondarch a bit. 3 bats! They usually come 1 or 2 at a time. This is a special moment here. Impeding his progress. Okay, he took care of a couple of them. Now there's just 1 left to contend with. And 2. Well, that seemed like a good time. Meanwhile, Rusty, farming back. Let's see. Oh, he does still have orange scrolls there, so he must just have 2 bells. I thought he had 3. But that's actually good for Rusty, because it means he can get orange scrolls here, and he can use one to get to the back if he wants to, where the towers are. Dragondarch now is going to be picking up the gauntlet, which will make his sword go faster. Which is very welcome. So still just 1 sword on screen, but as it moves faster, it's you can fire sooner. A nice Death Bear fight. Death Bear is basically just move to the side so he doesn't knock you back down the ladder, and then just fire away and hope you kill him before he kills you. Let's see, I have completely lost count of how many bells Dragondarch has, but this may be his last tower. His last one or second to last, I'm pretty sure. The last boss we'll see either of these players go to fight is Beat Plant. Beat Plant can be pretty cool. He does quite a bit of damage even with full armor. So only a few hits for him to kill Keith Meyer. But on the way, this is Great Burn. Yeah, he's not in. So this is his second to last bell. Now he has the second best sword in the game. The best sword in the game isn't available until you go into the last area, which is not accessible until you've gotten all of the bells. So this is the best sword he has access to right now. He must be doing his farming after that unfortunate death. Very strategic sword shot from Dragondarch. This boss is surprisingly hard to hit. If you shoot the sword when he's in the wrong part of his cycle, you'll just completely miss, and it'll just go right off the other side of the screen. So you have to be a little bit cognizant of when you shoot the sword based on his movement. Okay, now we're climbing Deep Plant Tower. So this will be the last tower, and then once he gets the final bell and burns it, he will have access to the final area. The final area, if you notice, every tower so far has two parts to it. There's this lower part that he just finished, and then this sort of upper part. The last stage just has that first part. He will not have to climb one of these towers. But the final boss, which will be seen soon, is a 3-part boss. First is a weird snake thing that is going to go down before you even see him. The way Dragondarch does the fight, he just goes up and nails him. The second part is some lion heads. They're going to fly around the screen. Again, Dragondarch's going to make pretty good work of them. And then finally, it's Rubas himself, who is actually, if you know how to fight him, he's not a tough boss. You just have to move right and avoid the flames as you move right. And then you can get to a point on the screen where Rubas can't move right anymore, and you just turn around and flail at him, and he dies pretty quickly. Rusty is satisfied with the scrolls that he has. He's probably going to go buy some red drink. Or he makes his way back to the towers. Alright, here's the best sword in the game right before the final battle, and the snake lasted a little bit longer than for Dragondarch, but no RNG. I think he got hit by one of the fireballs. And here's Rubas. You'll see him. Oh no! Oh no, a death to Rubas. So you saw him starting to move to the right as Rubas was moving to the right, and those flames go around. You just have to avoid the flames, and he got hit by one of the flames and knocked him back, and that just that ended him. But we're right here, and so it'll be a quick walk back up. By the way, welcome SpeedGaming 2 to this wonderful game of wonder and mystery. Deadly Towers. For those of you joining, Rusty took an unfortunate death to the lottery. There, that's how the snake usually goes down. Alright, we get a second chance of Rubas here. Because the lion heads are gone. There we go. Now he's over far enough that he can avoid the attack, and GG Dragondarch. Oh, hey, I will be back in 1 moment. Okay, sorry about that. I have some plumbing issues that I'm getting taken care of today, and maintenance was just finishing up with that. Let's see. I should go and see what is happening. I'm sure people are talking in the race channel. I imagine we'll be getting the second race here shortly. All right, welcome back, friends, Deadly Towers fans. Let's see, what have I done here? I'm trying to watch this stream. I've messed it up somehow. All right, so we have begun game 2. I am organizing my own windows. They're all broken. The best 5 notes. Okay, so for everybody who is rejoining, or is joining anew, this is Deadly Towers, the greatest game that you'll ever see. Basic storyline here: the players are playing as Prince Meyer, who basically needs to get to the back of this world, and there are seven deadly towers that they need to climb. There's a boss in each tower who is guarding a bell, and by burning the bell, they also burn down the tower. Once all 7 towers are burned down, they can go and fight the final boss, Rubas, who, I don't know, he's trying to take over the world or something. What they're doing right now is they're farming for some orange scrolls, which will help them teleport around to get to the places they need to go faster. More specifically, the orange scroll teleports them to the back of the world where all the towers are. I'll be farming for the next 25 minutes. Yeah, it's a long farm. You'll see Dragondarch. I'm not sure exactly how long it takes him, maybe 5, 6 minutes or so. Rusty does a little bit more farming because Rusty picks up some more safeties than Dragondarch. But you will see Dragondarch picking up his orange scrolls and also some red drink he'll pick up. The red Kool-Aid. That's right. That is the only flavor of red that anybody wants. That's right. So Dragondarch now has won the first game. They're playing 2 games. Dragondarch and I had our matches earlier this week. Rusty and I had our matches last week, over the weekend or something. So Dragondarch is now 3-0. Against the field. I am 2-2, and Rusty is currently 0-3. Dragondarch getting trolled a little bit by these snakes. But Dragondarch is now making his way to buy some red drink, and then he'll be taking a walk through the tower. So there's a couple options you have here. They picked up all these orange scrolls, and the orange scrolls teleport you to the back where all the towers are. But Dragondarch, instead of using his orange scroll, he's gonna walk to the back so that he can preserve that orange scroll. It means he doesn't have to buy as many of them. There are probably other reasons too that he chooses to take the walk rather than warp. But yeah, I might ask him about that if we do interviews. But this walk is dangerous. You'll notice the ground as they walk through. If you look at the foreground, sort of, some of the walls are sort of tattered. I don't know how to describe it. They're kind of crumbly. Like right here, there's the ground that the wall is sort of crumbly, whereas the rest of it is more solid. Those crumbly parts, if you walk to the bottom of the screen there, you will fall off and die and lose everything. You'll keep anything that you have equipped. Right now, Dragondarch doesn't have anything equipped. He has his orange scrolls and he has his red drink. He would lose all of that if he were to die. Ooh. So these vampires, or whatever they are, they randomly fire fireballs. It seems like usually they fire them in the direction that they're moving, but they can fire them in any of the cardinal directions. And there's really no time to react to them. So Dragondarch got trolled by that dude back there. He fired a fireball at the wrong time. Meanwhile, Rusty's still farming up. Rusty gets an item, I think it's the glove, which allows his sword to move a bit faster. Dragondarch won't be getting any sword speed upgrades until very near the end of the game. What he's going to get is the best upgrade, but until then, he will have nothing. So he'll sort of be flying at a snail's pace. And Dragondarch now in his first boss, the Great Wing. For anybody that wasn't here for the first run, kind of a broad idea that the runners have for routing is, oh, you see Rusty now picking up that glove. The main idea is they want to get their defensive items first as quickly as possible, because Princemeyer is weak. You've noticed the few times the Dragondarch has gotten hit by things, it takes a ton of health away. Or if you didn't notice, that is what happened. Once you have all of the best upgrades, he's in pretty good shape. He can take quite a few hits. The things like bats and ghosts and things are barely even a thing to worry about. But until you have those defensive upgrades, it's a pretty rough game. You die quickly. By the way, this is something I didn't mention before. Every stage has these what we call the parallel zones, and this is where your upgrades are. The location where you enter the parallel zone is different in every level, but there's an entrance point and an exit point. You don't enter and exit from the same place. You have to find the entrance point and then the exit point. The runners, of course, know where all of these are, but for a casual player, they're not marked at all. You just kind of have to wander around and oh man, Rusty getting trolled by a fireball. But they won't be going into the parallel zones in all of the stages, but in the stages where they have the major upgrades, you'll see them go into these parallel zones, pick up the upgrade, and then go back into the main tower. What a beautiful singing voice you have, Lomian. So Dragondarch now climbing the tower to fight Wheeler. This, I believe, is where he'll be picking up the mace. The mace is an item that gives you pseudo invulnerability for a certain amount of time. The reason I say pseudo is because enemies can still get through the shield that you get from the mace, and they can still hit you. But it'll do damage to anybody. I think it's like 4 little pieces that kind of circle around Princemeyer. And infinite safe. Dragondarch getting caught in an elevator. That was a little touchy there. He's using a red drink to get his health back up for Wheeler. So that is such an impressive fight on Wheeler. I'll have to try that strategy when I never play this game again. Rusty, I missed it, but he took down Great Wing, and he's making his way down to the parallel zone now to pick up his armor. Okay, and now Dragondarch is going to use his mace in what we call the lottery. This is a place where enemies can get through the shield. Oh, this is wow. Today is a good day at the lottery. Not a single hit. Dragondarch's gotta be feeling good about that. In the last game, Rusty died to the lottery, which is something that can happen to anybody. They don't call it the lottery for nothing. Alright, Rusty, having taken care of his first bell, is making his way to the next tower. Which I think he goes to Wheeler's tower as well. I take a little different route. I go to Centipede, which is where Dragondarch is. And then I do Wheeler third. For no real good reason. The way I do it. Now Dragondarch in another one of those parallel zones, where he will be picking up his final upgrade. And then he won't have to worry about ghosts and paths. And there it is. So he has gone from a wimp to a tank. Now you'll see he's getting hit by these ghosts, but they're doing between like 1 and 3 or 4 points of damage. They're really not a threat anymore. A nice fight by Dragondarch against Centipede, and Rusty is picking up his mace. And he'll be entering his lottery shortly. After he's done with this tower. Hopefully he fares better than the last time. That was pretty brutal. Now Dragondarch getting trolled by the bat. You'll see he exited and re-entered to reset the spawning of the bat. If you just face up right away and shoot, usually you'll hit that bat. And that was more effective than just continuing to try to hit the bat with the sword that moves at the speed of molasses. Alright, Rusty fighting Wheeler, and Dragondarch picking up his booties. You'll notice Dragondarch can now move up these stairs with speed and swiftness and ease. Rusty burning another bell. And Rusty will now be going into his lottery. So I don't know how much red drink he has left. Last time he didn't. I believe he was out when he went in. So let's see here. He has 1 red drink. So fingers crossed for Rusty. Okay, seems to be going all right. Okay, he's gonna be fine. All right, boy, some good lotteries today. Both runners, not a single hit in the lottery. Meanwhile, Dragondarch working on His name is Cold Killer. And Rusty climbing up to Centipede. I think that's where he is. Alright. Another nice fight for Dragondarch, using his orange scroll to go back, and now he's going to do a little bit of farming. He wants to get a few more orange scrolls to be able to warp through the next few towers. One thing that's kind of cool about this game, the more bells, or as you collect bells, the dungeon items change, and even some of the dungeons change. There's a couple dungeons that I don't remember what they are before a certain point, but then they turn into dungeons. Like, they don't exist if you pick up a certain number of bells. But anyway, so the dungeon that he's in right now, there were not orange scrolls in this dungeon before having 3 bells, but between having 3 and 4? It's either 3 and 4 or 3 and 5. You can pick up orange scrolls here. Once you pick up enough bells, they won't be here anymore. They'll actually be in Dungeon 1. Alright, so I think, let's see, where's Dragondarch right now? I think he's going to Death Bear's tower. And Rusty working on, I think this is his final armor upgrade. Yes, so Rusty now powerful as well. Doesn't have to be afraid of bats and ghosts anymore. And all enemies are much easier to deal with. But the bats and ghosts in particular, before having all of your armor, are deadly. Once you have the armor, they're no big bang. Alright, Rusty taking on Centipede. The only items left for Dragondarch to pick up are the gauntlet and the sword, which he's picking up his gauntlet right now. And a nice fight from Rusty. Centipede has the same pattern all the time. So if you know how to deal with Centipede, he's not a huge threat. It's easy to kind of get messed up in the pattern, and also there are some parts of the pattern where he will be above you and throw fireballs down on top of you. So if you have bad RNG there, sometimes you get hit by some of the fireballs. Now Dragondarch taking on Death Bear. So he fires as fast as he can and just hopes he doesn't get hit by many fireballs. A nice fight there. Another bell collected. Let's see, Rusty. Is Rusty in, yeah, Rusty's gonna be picking up his booties here. He's in Cold Killer's tower. He's killed a little bit by the bat. Now Rusty can move diagonally faster than he could before, and also upstairs. Which, by no coincidence, is moving diagonally. all of your diagonal movement is greatly enhanced with the duties. Dragondarch is making his way up Great Burns Tower. He's going to be picking up the strongest sword that he has access to right now. There's one more stronger sword that he'll be able to pick up, but you don't pick it up until just before the final boss. He doesn't have access to it yet. We have a double boss fight, Rusty on Cold Killer, here in Dragondarch on the Great Burn. Rusty taking his famous right-hand approach. He chooses the right side on both Cold Killer and Wheeler. A nice fight from Dragondarch. I haven't noticed the bricklaying. I'll have to take a look in this next hour. These bricks look nice. They did a fine job here. We'll see what happens when he goes to the door. Rusty burning another bell. This is the final tower for Dragondarch. We'll be fighting Beat Plant at the top. Oh yeah, those are some pretty weird bricks. I don't know who was contracted for that job, but don't hire them again. Oh, Beat Plant. Ooh, boy, taking a lot of damage. Beat Plant is a pretty dangerous boss damage-wise, even with the full upgrades. Dragondarch makes quick work of him. Had to use a red drink to stay a little safe. I actually didn't even need it. I don't think he got hit at all after his initial hit. Okay, so Dragondarch will now be heading down to buy a green scroll, which will warp him back to the beginning of the game, where he will walk to the right, and there's a door that the door was always there, but you couldn't get into it until all 7 bells are burned. So now that he's burned all 7 bells, he's making his way over. Now has access into this door, and he'll be heading up to the final battle. Dragondarch making real good time. And here is that final sword. Strongest sword in the game. Not accessible until you've burned all the bells in access this area. Alright, Rubas. Quick fight. GG Dragondarch. Dragondarch going 4-0. against Rusty and me. 2-0 against Rusty, 2-0 against me. There's a reason he's the world record holder. Meanwhile, Rusty doing some shopping. He's buying those orange scrolls much like Dragondarch did earlier. Just for faster travel throughout the game. Alright, I wonder if Rusty's gonna continue on here. And we are joined by Dragondarch, the champion. How do you feel about those runs?
Those were both pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think the funniest moment for me, there was you were climbing one of the final towers in the first game, and you had those 3 bats all coming and attacking you at the same time.
Yeah, that happens.
Oh, Rusty's dealing with that right now. But yeah, GG, congrats. How do you feel about your victory? Anything that you want to say about either of these games that stood out for you?
I just want to point out that knockback in this game doesn't work the way you think it would, because if you're holding up right and you get hit, you get damage boosted up left because this game. And that's what caused me to die to the final boss the first run.
Oh, right. Yeah. You got a little trolled by the flame there. And then once you get hit in that final battle, it's pretty much lights out.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, I mean, GG. I can't think of anything specific to talk about. Really well played games. And do you think you're gonna keep at this game? Try to bring the time down even more? I heard you got another world record recently in practice.
Yeah, this morning I got one offline. I beat it by 10 seconds, and I wasn't recording.
Oh no! You didn't have a local record going at all either?
No, I was just doing practice before I set anything up.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, GG on the world record, even if there's no proof of it.
I know there's faster routes anyway, so I'm not super worried about it. I just kind of wish I'd wish I started recording.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, is there what's your reasoning for taking the walk to the back in the beginning? Is it faster to do that than get an additional scroll, or are you doing it to get an extra potion, or what's the
basically, if you're coming from that potion shop, it's about the same amount of time to walk it as it is to buy an extra scroll. And if you walk it, you can get 10 extra max health.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. Oh no, Rusty just took a death. Oh, I imagine he's probably going to forfeit here. Oh, that's too bad. I think he wanted to finish this one out, but just got nailed at the end there.
How far did he end up getting?
He was, let's see, he got his boots in Dungeon 1. I think he was climbing Great Burns Tower.
Okay.
So he had that one and Beat Plant left. Yeah, I don't think he fought Great Burn yet.
That was sounding like a pretty solid run then.
Yeah, he was having a good run. Hopefully he comes in for an interview. Yeah, it looks like he did forfeit. So that's too bad. Yeah, everybody put out your GGs for Rusty. A valiant battle against the world record holder of Dragondarch. An intimidating force to race against. I know, I did it. Oh, he's saying he needed Death Bear as well. Rusty, do you want to come in for an interview, or do you just want to leave it there? Yeah, fun game. Anybody who is interested in experiencing Deadly Towers, come join. Well, I should say go join. I'm done. I'm done with this game.
I like how you use the word experience instead of learn how to run.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to play this game casually, don't.
Good luck. Even I'll say that it's definitely an experience the first time through, but it's gonna take you a while if you're doing it completely blind.
Yeah, did you ever play this game casually, or did you just jump into the speedrun right away?
Oh no, I had this as a kid.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, so this is something I didn't really mention during either of the runs, but there are up to 10 dungeons in this game, and the dungeons are the places where you saw the runners walking around and doing their farming and also buying their initial equipment in the red scrolls and all that. Those dungeons are massive. Are there 255 rooms?
256 per dungeon.
256 per dungeon, and most of that is just useless. So you're walking around trying to find anything to help you out, and most of it is just enemies getting in your way, and then every once in a while you run into a shop or an exit to get back into the main part of the game. But doing the speed run, you don't have to visit most of those dungeons at all. I think there's 2 that you go into. The first one you buy a bunch of your red scrolls, which is actually dungeon 7. Or no, the first one is dungeon 4?
First one's dungeon 4, and then the second one we visit is dungeon 7 later on.
Right, yeah. Otherwise, they don't even touch the rest of them because there's no need to. But playing casually, you wouldn't know that, and so you'd be wandering around these dungeons aimlessly, trying to find your way through. It's a pretty cryptic and brutal game. Anyway, it looks like Rusty is not going to come in for an interview. Do you have any final words you want to say about this or your future endeavors with this game?
Eventually I'm going to sit down and finish up all the routing I've been planning to do, but my setup right now is kind of a work in progress for actually being able to stream, so for the moment it's kind of on hold, but I do plan on eventually coming back and actually grinding out a run, because I know the route I'm going to be using is not going to be safe in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, well, I mean, already the route that I've seen you do doesn't seem too safe as is. So what kind of time do you think this can be brought down to?
At least mid-25s.
Wow. Well, good luck with that, and GG on your runs in this tournament. Not a single loss. And I think we're going to wrap it up there. So thanks, everybody, for coming to see this glorious game. And if anybody's interested, dive in and see what you can do. I'm sure Dragondarch would be happy to answer any questions anybody has about it. I'd be happy to answer anything that I can contribute, and Rusty as well. So everyone have a good one, and stay tuned for whatever is coming up next.